Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DRL Dynasty's Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight, I am your host, David Wellborn. Joining me in the booth tonight is Rod Fossenaw, and we are here at Phoenix International Speedway. How you doing tonight, Rod?
Doing pretty good. Sunny and warm Phoenix tonight.
Oh boy. Well, looks like we're in for a pretty good race tonight. Track temperature is 104 degrees. Air temperature is 78, 2 mile an hour north. Winds partly cloudy. And let's get this show on the road tonight. I'm excited. How about you?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting track tonight. The dog leg out of one is going to be a really interesting feature for tonight.
Well, we've talked about it. We're seeing them do it right now as on track with Thomas Harmon. Not a big fan of going below that yellow line. You want to go below that yellow line, that's on you. I've expressed that so many times. But, hey, that's what you got to do here at Phoenix, right? The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right?
That's what they say. And, we'll see cars tonight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way on the wall on the inside in that dog leg to try and cut that corner and to gain advantage on the car.
Well, I don't know if it's an advantage or not. Wow, he went all the way around the track and just stopped. I guess he's going to start last. Let's see if we can find somebody else on track. We did have noticed that our fearless Hesgard's not here tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. We are currently on board with the 28. And I believe that is Spencer Tart, who just took over the pole. So who else? Let's go to 22, Musel. He looks like he's going awful slow.
I don't know if that's his out lap or if he's, playing a Harmon game and trying to get towards the back.
He's definitely slowing down before the start-finish line, so yeah. All right, let's see if we got somebody that actually really wants to qualify here. Mike Lemon. How about old Lemon? He looks like he's going for it. Oh, that car's really loose coming off. Now, in the Indy cars, when I race here, yeah, you definitely got to go below that yellow line. If you don't, you're going to eat the wall. But still, if you go up underneath it, you do it at your own risk. Mike Lemon to 11th. And
see, I didn't think Lemon was actually getting on it that hard, and he's still half a second off the pole. This is a second lap. He might get something.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin. I don't know. I think that was his best lap, even during practice. Lemons was. So I don't know if Eric Wolf is actually going to qualify here or not. We've been working with him this evening. Been having some technical paint issues. There he goes. He's got a minute and a half. So I guess he figures he only needs one lap. Who's your pick for the night? Anyway, that's who I was trying to get out earlier. Oh, no. That's not going to work, Eric.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the standings and looking at how everybody qualified, and I'm feeling good about Spencer. I think Spencer Tart might surprise some people and put himself close to the top of the church tonight.
Well, I'm going with this man right here, Eric Wolf. I've seen him race here before. He's definitely one of the men to beat. If he can get that car up front here for this qualifying lap, anywhere within the top 6, I look for him to maybe walk away still one here tonight. Now, he's got 30 seconds to complete a lap for a qualifying lap. Now, here in DRL, you do have to complete at least one lap to avoid getting that penalty for not qualifying. So, How about that? How about that? Top 6 got him into the second place. He's not going to have enough time to make it any better, as qualifying just ends right there. So he did not get a second lap in, but wow, one and done. What do you think about that?
That there is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and he joins late. Again, still technical issues with trading paints for some of these gentlemen. And mainly right now it is Eric Wolf. He is actually in a 24 listing in our ticker on the screen, but he will be shown in the Shell 22 car. All right, let's see what we can do about getting some grid in. All right, Chris Lucky is on the pole. Eric Wolf is second. Spencer Tart, J.W. Miller. Matt Burgess, Ben Izinga. Jeffrey Meyer, Casey Drake. Evan Rice, Sam Niederhelm. Jordan Berry, Richard Lucky. I like the Lucky brothers. Bill Edwards, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Mike Lemon, Mike Spencer. Dustin Musel. And, of course, we had to reset it. Well. Matthew Vanderkoy, Joseph Durham, James Lindahl, Thomas Harmon, and Race Control. Alright, that's it. That's going to do our field. 21 drivers here tonight. So we get set to go green flag racing. Cannot wait to see what happens here tonight. And it's showing Chris Lucky as our leader. Now, you know, that's somebody I didn't think about even going to even think about him winning this race here tonight. You know, the Lucky brothers are really good at road courses, but here of late they've been really good on these mile-and-a-half tracks as well. Mile-and-a-half tracks.
Well, and this is an oddball as far as, you know, tracks go. This isn't too dissimilar from a road course in that each one of the corners in this track, it's kind of like a Pocono. Each one of the corners does drive differently.
It does. It actually reminds me of a shortened version of Pocono, especially when driving it.
That's an excellent way of describing this track.
Well, the lights are out and the pace car is getting ready to duck in. He's in. And the green flag is out. And you've already done your volume test, correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I think everything's good and we are set here in this race already. They're ducking below that yellow line, trying to maximize that point A to point B line.
It looks like Mr. Lucky's going to lead lap 1.
They are doing some excellent racing here tonight. Let me get everything situated on my end, and we will start bouncing around as we got Spencer Tart trying to get around J.W. Miller. Izinga going with him. And this here is a battle for 5th. Izinga almost gets him cleared. That high line is not going to work too well for you here in the beginning of this race. That much is for sure. And it might come into play later on.
Well, we didn't get any traction compound like the big boys did yesterday.
Well, I'm not a big fan of that traction compound myself. It's supposed to give you a little bit more traction, and I think it makes it a little bit slicker, especially from what I got to see during the truck race there. No, it's the ARCA race. Excuse me. I was watching the ARCA race the other night, And them cars, when they hit that traction compound, it made it slicker. Taylor Butcher Benjamin up underneath Niederhelm makes the pass. We got Mike Spencer in the 99 looking at the back door of the 41 of Richard Lucky. As we jump back up front, Chris Lucky got a nice half a second lead over top of Eric Wolf. And then we got old Spencer Tart back here. He is getting challenged there by J.W. Miller. Spencer goes way up the track and allows Miller to get up underneath him.
Oh, let's watch this because they get to that dog leg. I want to see what happens with these two.
Oh, yes. J.W. Miller actually goes down below the line, comes back up, slides up the track. You got to be careful of that because sometimes that driver's not all the way against the wall. If you race against me like that, you'll find that out the hard way, especially when you come slamming my door.
Yeah, Miller.
Oh, both of them.
Into the wall.
And Tart into his teammate, Izinga. Oh, Meyer into it. Butcher Benjamin got some of it. The 41 of Richard Lucky's in it. Wow. And we were there for the action there, folks. So we will rewind it and we'll take another look at it from a different point of view. We're riding on board with Spencer Tart. He's going to see the 36 get into the wall right there. It was a mirror image of each other. And then Spencer Tart is going to block the track. Meyer has nowhere to go. Butcher Benjamin drives the back end of him. And looks like Richard Lucky actually might have saved a little bit of that. Not got much damage out of that. We will take a look at his front end to find out.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems here at Phoenix is that front straightaway can get blocked very easily here.
Spencer Tart's car looks like it has been through a meat racker. The back end's all boogered up, no front end on it. Wanted to take a look here. Man, that's the bad break there for the Meyer, fastest chicken in the South. Back end all messed up. And then, oh wow, his whole hood, front end, everything's gone. And it didn't look like he hit him that hard for him to lose everything like that. So, I'm assuming that it's about time for everybody to come down.
Spencer's officially taking it to the garage.
Well, that's quite unfortunate.
Well, I wanna change my pick now. I think I'm gonna pick race control.
Well, that's probably not a bad call. He definitely will finish the race, that's for sure. But it looks like Casey Drake made a heck of a move there. Goes down pit road. I don't know if he actually changed tires or not. But he comes out. He did not stop his stop. So he must have rode down pit road. Not sure what he did or if he missed his stop or whatever. But I'm sure he'll be coming back down pit road. He's got to come back down pit. There he comes. Yeah. All right. So that puts Chris Lucky back into the lead. Eric Wolf second. J.W. Miller third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin didn't get a look at see how bad his car was. So let's take a look at his car. Because he did drive into that.
The fastest chicken is officially taken to the garage. He's done.
Yep. I imagine that because, I mean, his whole car was tore all to pieces. No hood, no front end, nothing. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin might have net coated through that. So let's hope that's how it works out for him. I know he's one of your favorite drivers.
I was actually going to try and revise my pick since my pick is officially done for the evening to TBB and see how he does tonight.
Well, he's in a good position. Good. Yep,
he's in 5 now.
Well, I think when this restarts, he will restart in 4th position on the outside. So, and old Harmon, you can't count him out. You know, he's sitting there hiding in 7th. But I'm still going with Eric Wolf. Like I said, If he can get to the back end of Chris Lucky and just ride for a while, I think he may be able to pull out something. He's really known for saving his tires at this track. Wolf is. So if he can ride along and just let everybody burn their stuff up, he's going to be like a sleeper. I think that's what's going to happen here tonight. I think he's going to fool everybody and just sleep. Ride around, stay out of trouble the best he can. Of course, now, trouble just found both Spencer Tart. And when you have synchronized hitting the wall like that, it's really, really a shame.
Yeah, and I don't know that it hurt J.W. Miller's car at all. It's just one of those
it looks fine
kind of thing.
Yeah, his car looks fine. Pace car's in. We're back to green flag racing. Right? Now. Lucky got a really good jump there. Got Miller right on the back end of Wolf. Taylor Butcher Benjamin hanging tight there on the outside. Getting ready to get challenged, though. As he got the 99 of Mike Spencer. Oh, that's going to be a mess back there, gentlemen. We got Dustin Musial stuck on the outside. Jordan Berry going up underneath him with some blinking going on. Now Bill Edwards is looking to try to get around him as well. And this is a battle for 10th place back here. Musial, of course, sitting in the 10th spot. Trying to stay into that top 10. And Izinga's car, again, has got the whole front end missing on it. So he was caught up in that mess as well. And then we got the Lindahl 91, James Lindahl. The only thing that car is missing is a Rebel flag to be and a 01 painted on the side of it. That is a pretty orange. We got a yellow.
Caution, caution.
And I was in the back here, so I have no idea where that's at. Sam Niederham, it looks like he is slow on the racetrack, so.
Yeah, I got Niederham sideways.
And he's going to get tagged by Musial.
He locks it down, never hits anything.
Musial just bumps him, just gives him a little nudge and knocks him up the track. He rolled through the corner a little bit faster than Niederham did. Doesn't hit anything, so that's quite fortunate for both of those drivers. No damage, it appears to be, on either car. So that's good. There's a little bit of scratch marks on the back of this car, but nothing too dangerous.
At least Musil's probably going to end up going to the back for that incident. And I don't know what's going to happen to Sam, whether he's going to stop and take a look or not. But that's the worst that'll happen. And this early in the race, that's very inconsequential.
Yep, and again, Musil's car is no damage at all, not even a scuff mark. So. And they are all coming back down pit road once again. That really surprises me to come down pit road that early. I don't believe J.W. Miller came down pit road, though. It's still showing him out on the track. Not a bad call then by Miller and Butcher Benjamin. Both stayed out. 8 laps only. Bill Edwards, all three of these drivers stayed out with only 8 laps on their tires. It's probably not a bad call.
Well, you got to believe J.W. Miller's going for those bonus points for leading a lap.
Right. Every bonus point counts. Well, and we got to expect another yellow. Yellows do breed yellows. I wasn't expecting to have 3 yellows this early in the race, but it is what it is, as we are actually working caution number 2 on lap 6. So 2 cautions for 6 laps in 18. If that holds up and stays par for the course, we may be here for a while, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll make for an awfully long evening.
I still like the call by Miller staying out. Track position is everything, is key. 8 tires. 8 laps on your tires, not too insignificant.
I don't know if I'd be that crazy about the track position, but it definitely want the bonus points for leading the lap. If I get passed on the restart, so be it. I'm not going to press the issue. I don't care at this point.
Well, one thing about it, Eric Wolf did beat Chris Lucky out of pit road, so he's going to start on the outside of Lucky. Gained him a position there, but I don't think that's going to hold out. You know, because Lucky still got that inside move. He still got the inside track there. Now, it's just a matter of whether or not he gets held up by Bill Edwards or not. Well, the lights are out on the pace car, so we're set to go back green flag racing. So we're working lap number 19. 125 laps here at this 1 mile track, ladies and gentlemen.
And I believe on that last restart, I may have missed it, but I think Chris Lucky chose the outside line.
You would know more than me. My memory's short.
So I'd be on the lookout for Butcher Benjamin to gain the momentum off of turn 1 and actually be leading this when we come back around to the start finish.
Well, he's gonna have to kick it because they're down in the way. J.W. Miller jumped. He jumped really good there. Well, that's not who I wanted. Oh, they're messing up back here in the back. 3 wide just about. Edwards looks like he's falling back pretty fast. I'm not sure if this is part of his strategy or if he just didn't get going.
Yeah, 36, I believe, just got a warning from race control and is going to have to serve a drive.
Jumped the start, did he?
Changed lanes.
Changed lanes before the start-finish line, huh?
He did, and he's serving a drive-through penalty right now.
Let's see if we can rewind that and see that for ourselves. I don't remember. He was on the bottom when it starts, so now let's see if he actually slides up the track before the start-finish line. He does. He slides all the way up the track and across the start-finish line. He's at the top of the track. Huh. I think race control. That's on his call, but don't think that would have really applied to the leader like that. Yellow flag is out. Well, that's a good break for man, I can't. Miller, provided he didn't go a lap down. I guess it wouldn't matter.
Like Zinga is the one going to be bringing out the caution.
I'm assuming even if he is a lap down, he's going to get the lucky dog, right?
Yes, he would.
Zinga is probably going to get a little help.
Yeah, Zinga got a little help from the 60, Niederham.
Yep. Oh, and Musial gets involved in it again. We see it may actually be a little net code here. Yep. Never actually made contact, but it was close enough that iRacing said, yeah, you hit me. I hate netcode. So, not sure if you'll actually get the penalty for that or not. That being Mr. Niederhelm. But it is what it is. And I believe everybody is back down pit road once again. And did
Miller stayed out.
well, Miller has to stay out if he wants to get his lap back, right? Didn't he go a lap down?
I don't think he ever went a lap down.
Well, if he didn't go a lap down, then not a bad call for Mr. Miller. He's going to restart this race once again in the front, even after the penalty. Now, how lucky can you get if that's the case? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you get penalized, come down pit road, have a caution, you come back out, and you're still in the lead. That's a heck of a story right there.
Yeah, that's very fortunate.
Well, he needs that kind of luck at Las Vegas. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
'22 was given an end of the line for that, so he doesn't get the virtue of the net cut.
The 22 wasn't the cause of that. It was the 60.
My bad. That was the last caution. It doesn't look like anybody's been given an end of the line for that.
So maybe he did rule on net code. Well, they're doubling up, so we're getting set to go back green flag racing. Lap 27 of 125 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are working currently caution number 3 for 11 laps. Really? Well, that might clear up here in a second. I got my weatherboard stuck on ATVO. Looks like the pace lap, the pace car is getting ready to duck in. They're down. J.W. Miller did hold true. He comes back out after that penalty. I bet he will not go across that start-finish line on the top level this time. Now he shoots across up the track after crossing the start-finish line. Lesson learned.
You know what surprises me the most? I mean, just watching that restart of his, you have to actually swing it right and then left to make turn 1.
Right.
It's very advantageous to maybe start on the outside.
Well, you said Eric Wolf might have done that earlier.
Lucky did.
Lucky did, yeah. Well, Eric Wolf is currently in second, and he is looking at the back door and actually going up underneath J.W. Miller as we speak. So, Eric may be able to pull off 5 bonus points here. But he's got Lucky coming right in behind him as well. Lucky is making the... Ooh! He slid right up in front of Mike Spencer. That was a slick move by Chris Lucky. Outside. Lucky was thinking about it. Now he does the crossover. He's up underneath J.W. Miller. Used all the track there, Lucky did. Up contact.
Yeah, just a little nudge.
Who said NASCAR was not a contact sport?
I think J.W. Miller's going to fall fast.
Yeah, I don't. I still believe he actually has 10 or 15 laps on his tires because you remember he stayed out, and then when he come down pit road, he only come down pit road to serve the penalty. So I'm sure he didn't grab tires or anything like that.
No, it was strictly a drive-through. He didn't stop at all.
So that's why he didn't go a lap down. So yeah, he's probably got about. Of course, now ATVO does not tell me exactly how many tires because he come down pit road. What the tire difference is, but I'm sure it's going to be somewhere around 10 or 15, and it's actually locked up on me. So it says actually 12 laps on his tires. Everybody else has got 8, but again, I don't believe that's right.
No, I don't think that's correct.
I think he's got more than that because he, like I said, he did not stop the first time and take tires when he stayed out, and then he had to come down pit road. So, ooh, who was that? The 8.
Evan Rice.
Evan Rice. If he didn't hit that wall, he sure came close to it. And he's moving up the field as well, Mr. Rice is. He's currently being challenged now by the 68 of Thomas Harmon.
Yeah, that Evans got himself stuck out there on the outsides, having a hard time.
If he can get up behind Jordan Berry here, maybe get his line back. But I don't think anybody's going to give him that line anytime soon. Of course, now, you know, he's running the high line like I would and staying up on the track. It's probably going to save him the tires in the long run. If we can get a good long green flag run out of this, it might be to his advantage.
That's exactly what I was just thinking, though. If we can get a long green flag run, it'll be advantageous to him. But the way things have been going, we're due for a caution in 3 or 4 more laps.
Well, Eric Wolf made it back out to the lead. He's got Chris Lucky following right behind him, Mike Spencer. J.W. Miller has still not fell that far back. He is still currently in the 4th position, or at least that's what my timing screen is saying. And then you got Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind him in the top 5, followed by Thomas Harmon, Evan Rice, Jordan Berry, Matt Burgess, and Richard Lucky. So both of the Lucky brothers in the top 10.
I'll tell you what, though, Butcher Benjamin is working on J.W. Miller right now.
Yes, he is. And it looks like Izinga, they got the nose back on the car, but it's all boogered up. And he's actually coming up through the field, even with that damaged car. He's currently in the 13th position. And he just made a move on the 41 of Richard Lucky. That's wow. He's moving that car right on up. Currently now in the 11th position. We jump back up front.
I've been watching this Butcher Benjamin battle. I think he's finally going to get around to it. Whoa, contact.
3 wide. We'll rewind that just a wee little bit. Let's see where the contact actually is. Butcher Benjamin, J.W. Miller, and then you got Thomas Harmon. These 3 drivers are getting ready to come hit it off. Oh, J.W. Miller just door handles him. Wow. And it may not be over. Butcher Benjamin
is fighting with Harmon now, and J.W. Miller's coming back on the inside.
More contact. TBB got his hands full.
For 4th place, a quarter into this race.
J.W. Miller doing everything he can to try to get through this. He's holding cars up now after making that last little bit of contact. He's got the 31 of Jordan Berry. And you got Evan Rice back here, Matt Burgess. These gentlemen are not going to be content with being held up. As we just saw Berry blink out.
Without knowing the exact number, let's just say he's got 15 lap older tires. At some point, that's not, it's not going to equalize. It's actually going to get a lot worse for him than it is for everybody else.
Well, he's probably going to end up going through the spin cycle if he keeps it up with a little bit of blocking that's going on there. And these drivers are bouncing off of each other back here in the back, trying to avoid him and to try to get around him with him having these older tires. We're currently watching Evan Rice and Jordan Berry do battle. And, being held up like this is not good. And you got Izinga mixed in this mix as well. I mean, Izinga's made it back up into the top 10 with that damaged car. So he's having a really good run here. And I can guarantee you, if he gets anywhere near him, he's definitely not going to let off the gas. Still up front, Wolf has a 0.3 of a second lead over Chris Lucky. So you're not missing much up front, ladies and gentlemen, but the battle really is back here with the 36. Currently in the 6th position. Izinga is now to the back end of Evan Rice. Moved his way up to the 8th spot. So Izinga's definitely on the move. Don't think that damage hurt him that much, but the 31 has definitely got some connection issues. That's Jordan Berry. If that keeps up, he may be asked to pull it over a little bit and let everybody go by.
It's like Rice is moving to the inside of J.W. Miller.
Izinga going with him. Wow, they are so close to that wall when they come off that track corner right there.
So Miller drops 2 more spots.
And he's probably screaming, "I need a yellow." As I know he doesn't want to drop back out of the top 10. But
not only are his tires, again, we're going to guess 15 laps older. He's got 15 laps less fuel, some under caution, admittedly, but still he's going to have to pit for fuel sooner than anybody else also.
I'm sure they can go, 53 laps or so on a tank of fuel here?
I do not know the answer to that, unfortunately.
I'm sure they can go at least 50 laps on fuel. Now, I don't think your tires are going to hold out that long. Oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, again, on that front stretch, that just gets all bottled up.
And you got to wonder if that was actually a tire, if it was due to his tires being old, because he's going to come off right here, and he's just going to slam the outside wall and back down into 38. And Richard Lucky involved again. Oh, who was that did not hit the brakes? Sam Niederhelm did not hit the brakes and comes back across after bouncing into Miller, back into Richard Lucky. So, wow. And his car is all messed up. Miller's is. That's quite unfortunate. But, I mean, that's why I stayed there. I just had this funny feeling that it was going to come down to that, So you definitely come down pit road now, and here comes everybody. Yeah, I don't believe it's going to be a car that stays out one. Not even anybody trying to get a lap back. And I am correct. Everybody comes down pit road. Now they run almost 30 laps on that last set of tires. So
Yeah, Niederham came through there with a full head of steam.
He didn't even let off the gas and just bounced right off J.W. Miller and into Richard Lucky, which I wanted to take a quick look at to see if Mr. Lucky got any real serious damage out of that. Back end looks good. Whole front end is messed up. Not that bad though. The hood's just crinkled up a little bit, and it looks like he's actually going to sit there and try to get that damage fixed, which is not a bad call. So our race off of pit road once again is Eric Wolf, and that is followed by Mike Springer or Chris Lucky. Chris Lucky, then Mike Springer, Evan Rice. Izinga makes his way to the top 5. Way to go, Mr. Izinga.
Yeah, considering how Izinga came up through the field with all the damage he had, I don't think Richard Lucky's going to be too bad off.
I don't think so either. But then again, you got these cars up front. You got to look out for Eric Wolf. You got to think Chris Lucky. These gentlemen don't have any damage, and they're putting down some really nice lap times. As a matter of fact, Eric Wolf's fastest lap time is 28.3. Lucky's is a 28.2. You go back to Izinga, his lap time, his fastest lap time, or at least his best lap time, is a 28.6. And he's still coming up through the field. Let's see. I wonder if it'll actually work and let me see that. I should have probably not even tried it, but we'll see if ATVO can cooperate with me. I figured it would let me stack up the fastest or by the lap time, but it doesn't look like it's going to. But in any case, Chris Lucky does have the fastest lap of the race so far. Lights are out on the pace car. We are set to go back green flag racing. Chris Lucky. I hope he's back out and getting ready to hit back out on the track. Okay, they're back out on the track, but they better get moving. Pace car's in.
Green flag.
And they make it to the tail end of the field just in time to restart. Butcher Benjamin down across the nose of Izinga. Don't know if I'd have pulled that after crossing the start-finish line, but doing some awful good racing here. The 31 is still experiencing some connection issues. That's Jordan Berry. Will not be surprised if he is asked to let everybody go by, as that connection issue is continuously getting worse. Our leader, of course, up front, Eric Wolf and Chris Lucky, they are pulling away from this field, pulling away from Mike Springer. Everybody trying to get single file. As I'm taking a look, Miller all the way back, still on the lead lap in 19th. You know, his car, the front end don't look that bad, but the whole back end's tore all to pieces.
Yeah, and I think he might be hurting for some top end speed too.
Well, it probably won't be long before he pulls that thing down in pit road, and if that's the case. I know I don't want to be a hindrance out there, especially at a short track, because you can't get out of the way. I mean, it's different at a super speedway or something like that, where you can just simply pull off the track and get out of the way and try to maximize your points. But a track like this, I mean, you really don't have too much room to get out of the way. Because they're using the whole track. They're going below the yellow line. They're using the whole top coming off. So Izinga lets Mike Lemon by. Oh, Musial almost hits the wall right there. Taylor Butcher Benjamin still trying to hold off Evan Rice for that 4th spot. Mike Lemon got his nose stuck in this mix as well with Izinga. Now, I've been watching this battle right here between Evan Rice and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. This is about the 3rd or 4th lap where they have stayed side by side, not giving leeway to either one of them. Finally, Butcher Benjamin gets around him. And now we got Mike Lemon. Oh, contact.
Oh, contact.
You had to see that coming. Lap 61. We're approaching the halfway mark.
I was just going to say, at just about halfway, if I'm Evan Rice, I get the heck out of this mess and, drop back a few.
Well, Eric Wolf is slowly but surely pulling away from Chris Lucky. So, Mr. Wolf doing his job here tonight, as he is my pick for the night. Just gotta wonder about old Lucky if he's doing an Eric Wolf, if he's saving them tires. So he might have figured out early on in this race that might be something he might need to do here. As we come back to this battle. They finally get nose to tail. And that looks like it is Bill Edwards. Bill Edwards looked like he had his hands full there just for a second. We'll rewind that quickly to see what happened with him. Yeah, he definitely gets loose. He comes off, almost tags the wall right there. Hangs on to it though.
Yeah, Bill definitely went for a ride.
He had his hands full, that's for sure. We're currently riding on board with the 99 of Springer. Currently in 3rd place. He is 1.5 seconds off the back end of Chris Lucky.
But he also has a 2-second lead over Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So he's kind of in the rocking chair right now. He's nice, cozy spot, just sort of dry.
Probably saving them tires. And would not surprise me one bit, as we have just about reached the halfway point. Actually, I think we have completed halfway this time by. Well, working lap 15 on this last stop. So we're getting better at, knock on wood, at avoiding these yellows. We jump back here in the back. I mean, we're all the way in the back with Richard Lucky. You got James Lindahl back here and Sam Niederhelm. Last cars on the lead lap, or last cars in this stack of cars. And of course, you got the 12 mixed in here as well, Matthew Vanderkoy.
And I showed J.W. Miller about, I'm going to call it 8 to 10 seconds from going a lap.
That's going to be a bad night for Mr. Miller. But I mean, he led a lot. You can see right there in the shot, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Eric Wolf is coming, and he is coming pretty fast. So, as a matter of fact, we're going to jump on board. We'll jump inside of Eric Wolf's car so you can get a lap around this track as he gets ready to make his move to get around J.W. Miller. And we're getting ready to cross the start-finish line. So, we'll take a full lap here with Eric Wolf. As you cross the start-finish line. Backs off really early. Eggshells that doesn't really make it quite wide open till he gets almost down into turn 3. And that is one lap around Phoenix International Speedway with your leader, Eric Wolf. Chris Lucky still maintaining his position right in behind Wolf. So Wolf not gaining, not losing. Lucky just sitting there biding his time, maybe saving. Same goes for Mike Springer, just kind of staying in that same position, same lap times, lap after lap. They're both all three drivers are running 28.9s. They're just
And the thing with Springer has, and it's not a lot, but Springer has extended his lead over fourth place Taylor Richard Benjamin by a couple times.
right. Well, I think we've got all of the, knock on wood, all of the excitement out of our system. It's going to be a matter of fuel now. I mean, when do you come down? Because you know you can't make it. There's no way they can make it.
You at least need one more stop. And it's official. Our early leader, J.W. Miller, has just won a lap down.
So, when you come, do you gamble and take right sides, or when you come, do you take that full 4 tires and just enough fuel to finish this race?
No, I'm going 4, regardless. I mean, you do your fuel calculations, obviously, to see how much fuel you need to get to the end, but you want 4 fresh good.
So you don't think gambling with maybe 8 gallons of fuel and right sides will get you any better track position, and maybe pray that you get a late yellow?
Not enough track position to if you go green the rest of the way. If you're going to gamble and hope for a yellow, then maybe you try that, but you're not going to get enough track position to hold anybody off for much more than, I want to say, 15.
Well, even if you do get that yellow, then you stuck back at another disadvantage, because now you got to come down pit road, which you'll just basically give up all that track position. So that was really stupid of me thinking of that. But I mean, if you got nothing to lose, if you're back there in 9th place with Matt Burgess, Bill Edwards, you got to try something, right?
I'm still thinking tires are at a premium at this track. You're going 4 every time. Two's not going to get you anywhere.
Right.
Not unless we're talking, a caution with 10 laps to go. Then I roll the dice and go for 2.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's going to be 15 or 20 laps to go by the time you come down pit road anyway. I mean, they're on lap 26 of tires, and we're halfway. So, yeah, they're definitely going to have to come down, and it's probably going to leave about 20 laps, maybe.
I'm thinking 95 to 100 they'll be coming down for fuel. And so they'll have 25 to 30 laps to go. I don't think that's enough to gamble on tires.
Right. 30 laps on right sides only. Yeah, you're probably right. But if you're one of these drivers in the back that need track position, probably wouldn't hurt to fuel only maybe, and pray for a yellow, and then hope everybody comes down pit road when you do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Wolf is still currently your leader, followed by Chris Lucky, Mike Springer, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Mike Lemon. Ben Izinga, even after being in that wreck, is still just inside of the top 10. Riding in 6th position, got Evan Rice, Matt Burgess, Bill Edwards, and Casey Drake. Thomas Harmon is just on the outside, currently in the 11th position. Harmon doing a really good job as he looks to the inside of Casey Drake, or was trying to look to the inside of Casey Drake. There he goes. Casey Drake just rolls over and lets him go. Makes it easy for him.
Probably a smart move at this point.
And we looks like the 67 is trying to get up underneath Evan Rice. Of course, now the 67 is Matt Burgess.
And I was just thinking that Evan Rice has faded a little bit here in this long run.
He's made some contact for the outside wall and contact with a couple of drivers as well. So his car still doesn't look that bad, but it's got some scratch marks all over it. Evan Rice, Matt Burgess is still trying to get around Evan Rice. And now you got Bill Edwards mixed in this as well. Trying to get through there. Oh, contact. Wow.
Contact with the wall.
That looked like he had maybe a little bit of help from the 67 as the 67 comes off right here. It's probably going to tag his front nose. Net coated maybe. Pushed him into the wall. I'm not sure. Cars.
Bill Edwards was the big winner in that contest.
Yeah, he made 2 cars pass. Make it look simple. So. And now Thomas Harmon makes his move to get around Matt Burgess and pulls it off. Evan Rice still currently in the top 10, but got Casey Drake looking at him now. Got to wonder if he's got some toe damage. He's definitely got some front end, some side damage to that front fender there. And he hit pretty hard, so might have knocked the car out of tow.
That is very possible, Dave.
And these cars don't handle worth anything if you knock them out of tow. Oh, I just clicked just as we just saw Casey Drake ride into the inside wall, or outside wall, I mean. Take a look at that again. Casey Drake's going to come off. He's going to get all the track. But he's going to grab about 2 inches that ain't there with the wall. Bam. There it is. Tried to get a little more than it wasn't there.
Well, that's one of 2 places where you can catch the outside wall here. Coming off of 1 and coming off of 4.
It's because you're trying to get all of the track. When you try to get everything, and you got to, I mean, you got to get everything you can to get around this track. But when you do that, you run that risk of tearing that whole right side of the car up. I noticed Eric Wolf, and both Eric Wolf and Chris Lucky keep about a foot coming off. They don't slide that car all the way up against the wall like these other drivers are doing. You watch right there. They'll come. They're almost a half a car length off of the wall coming off. Then they'll slowly ease up to the wall. But they're not letting it all hang out like everybody else. Sam Niederhelm back down pit road. It's probably a scheduled pit stop as we're working lap 36. Tires are probably fading on Mr. Niederhelm's car. And he may be short pitting. This may be not a bad call.
Yeah, he might. And again, I don't know what the fuel mileage is here, but he's looking at, a little more than 40 laps to the finish from here. This might be what a full fuel run is.
Well, we got to remember to ask the question of how far they can go on fuel when we get them in an interview here tonight. That Chris Lucky's actually caught the back end of Eric Wolf. So he's cut that lead down, definitely. was almost a half a second, and he's actually cut it down to 3 to almost 2/10 of a second behind him. As they're getting ready to come up on a lapper, or getting ready to put another car a lap down, I believe that is going to be the 12 of Vanderkoy. So Eric Wolf, Chris Lucky getting ready to put a lap on Vanderkoy, put him his first lap down. We're working lap 40 as of right now, so they can definitely go 40 laps on a fuel run. And who was that down pit road? That was the 91. James Lindahl. So he's looking to try to make a 35 lap run here at the end of this race. Got to get past this lap traffic. Looked like Chris Lucky backed out of it just a little bit there. Maybe thinking that Vanderkoy may not give the room that is needed here on these old tires. There goes Wolf up underneath him. Vanderkoy stays high. Wow, wow. He rides right up on the back end of him and shortcuts that. Gets the draft off of him. So the yellow comes out now. Vanderkoy would be your first car a lap down, giving him back his lead, his lap.
You got to wonder now. Getting right across the stripe for 94. How much longer Wolf's going to go before he pits?
Well, I bet if he can make it to lap 100, if he can, that will give him 50 laps on this run, which is about what I said he can make anyways, is 50 to 55 laps on a fuel run, which is what I'm thinking. So if he can make it that far, he might do that and save the last 25 laps for all out, no holds bar, burn your tires up if you have to kind of run. And I think Lucky's just sitting there. I think Lucky is saving. I mean, it sounds stupid to be continue saving now, but I mean, if you can save what you can still now at this point on your tires. Have you noticed that if you jump inside of Eric Wolf's car, does it sound like it's skipping to you? I mean,
yeah, I thought I heard that just as you went by.
It sounds like almost like a fuel issue. I know this is a simulation, but still. I've never noticed that before racing here. He may be actually feathering the gas and causing that. What do you think?
Yeah, he may. I mean, I've got him in my full screen now to kind of ride along with him.
Well, Lucky losing still a little bit more ground to Eric Wolf.
Boy, I'm riding with Eric Wolf right now, and he's starting to push a little bit. He maybe have been pushing for a while.
And if I'm not mistaken, I am looking at Niederhelm and Vanderkoy. And this is a battle right in behind the leaders in front of the 91 of Chris Lindahl, or James Lindahl. And this is actually not for position. But these two drivers are going at it. probably don't want to do that with 47 laps on your tires. But, hey, it's your race. Run it your way. Well, I predict they'll be coming down pit road within the next 5 laps. The leaders, that is.
Oh, I've got the leaders on lap 100 right now.
And 49 laps on this stint. So, you got to imagine that they got to be coming down pit road sometime soon. I don't think you can go more than 55 laps on the fuel run. If you can, that's going to be news to me.
Well, Wolf now has, a full second over Chris Lucky and 7.5 seconds over Sprint.
Vanderkoy down pit road. I swear it sounds like Eric Wolf is running out of fuel. It just sounds like it's cutting off on him as he comes across the line there. When he gets back on it, it's like... Eric Wolf now with a 1.5 second lead over top of Chris Lucky.
And again, passes that entrance to pit road.
I don't believe you're going to be passing it up too much longer. Eric Wolf working lap 52 on this run. Does not come down pit road once again. He wants that Saturday night 20-lap shootout set of tires. Got to wonder if he's hoping that he doesn't come down the pit road first due to the fact that these gentlemen may wreck behind him. He doesn't want to get trapped on pit road. He's probably going to wait until the last second.
Boy, he's got a full 1.5 seconds over Lucky in second and almost 8 seconds on Springer now. He does have 8 seconds on Springer.
Yep. Here at Phoenix International Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, for the Dynasty Racing League's DRL TV Grand National Series, we're currently working lap 105, 106. Eric Wolf, Chris Lucky, Mike Springer, Bill Edwards, Taylor Butcher-Benjamin, Mike Lemon, Richard Lucky, Thomas Harmon, Matt Burgess, and Ben Izinga rounds out your top 10. As this race is slowly but surely coming to a close.
Wolf's going to pass pit road again.
We've had 4 yellow flags for 15 laps. So, not a bad race all in all. This is really amazing to me that they are continuing to stay out. They're on almost 60 laps on this run.
Well, Eric Wolf's last lap and this lap even were both over a minute long. Yet he still pulls away from Chris Lucky and Mike Springer.
It's 29.3 was his last lap. 29 seconds.
I must be seeing total race time then.
Yeah. They're not running 1 minute lap signs. Evan Rice down pit road, scheduled pit stop for the 15th position coming in. So Evan Rice knows that he's got to get something done. He's the first car to take that chance. It's then hoping that nobody gets wrecks and gets him trapped on a lap down. And
Evan Rice takes it to the garage. He's done.
oh, wow. I thought that might have been a scheduled pit stop.
No, that car might really have been out of tow, and he might have really just decided he
Can't get
had enough
anything.
fun for one night.
Yep. Well, it looks like J.W. Miller's getting ready to go another lap down. Go get ready to put him 2 laps down in this race. He's fought the good fight, but it's not going to last too much longer with 15 laps to go in this race. Got to be amazed if they run these last 15 laps without stopping.
And currently, JWR is in the lucky dog position.
Not if he wrecks the leader. And you got to wonder, I mean, can they actually make it? That would mean that they had to run 75 laps. Wow. I don't know. Can you do 75 laps on tires and fuel?
It wouldn't be fun. You might be able to, though.
We're going to have to start taking some better notes to find out what the fuel runs are for these cars.
Well, I'm going to make it a point to run at least 1 or 2 Xfinity fixed races before I broadcast.
Don't go destroying your your incident, whatever it is.
I've never cared about my iRating.
I don't care about it either. It's just a number to me. Well, Wolf almost with a full 2-second lead. He's 1.7 seconds over Chris Lucky. Bar short of a yellow flag. J.W. Miller down pit road, out of the way of these leaders. Bar short of a yellow flag.
He's got a full 10 seconds on Springer.
Just don't know how this is going to work out, as we're coming up with on 10 laps to go this time by. Working lap 115 of 125.
Looking to get around Dustin Musil.
Gives him plenty of room, Musil does. This is crazy. I would have done thought that they'd had a pit by now. And there's no other battles on track. I mean, not that I can see. I've been kind of watching the timing screen over here. Everybody's all stretched out.
Pretty well strung out, yeah.
So the real race is actually still up front with the leader. And it's not much of a race. Oh! Musil way up the road to give Lucky his pass. I almost looked like he got in the fence there. The 91 of Lindahl, I don't know why I'm working around Sam Niederham. That is actually 4th position. That is 15th and 16th position. And this is right in behind the leaders.
We do have a bit of a battle from 4th, 5th, and 6th.
That's Bill Edwards.
Bill Edwards, Richard Lucky, and Thomas Harmon.
How about the Lucky brothers? Both of them in the top 5.
And we thought Richard might have some trouble with some damage earlier.
Well, it's not seemed to hurt his performance here tonight. The car still looks pretty good. It's just a little bit of few scratches on the front end. As like I said, I thought he actually got the car woed down when he got into that first contact.
Now this gets a little dicey as our leader approaches Jordan Berry, who has blinked out a few times.
Well, as long as Berry stays up top, Wolf should be just fine. 5 laps to go when he crosses the line. They're working lap 70 on this run. So 5 laps to go. They're going to be having 75. If he makes it 75 laps, that's crazy. I'd have never thought of being at Phoenix International Speedway. The way this thing eats up tires. There's the caution. Now, who is the caution? Not J.W. Miller.
No, I got Edwards sideways.
You got the 75, slow on the track. Let's see what happens here. He's definitely going to go for a ride. I bet he had a tire blow. He's slow for sure coming off there. He gets back into the gas. Car just breaks loose on him. I might have had a tire go down there. Because it just kept turning on him. That's crazy. Well, we definitely going to get a green-white checker here tonight. That's for sure. Now, what do you do? If you're the leader, do you come down? Well, Eric Wolf did come down. But guess what? We had drivers stay out. Chris Lucky come down with him. Mike Springer,
I
Richard Lucky.
It looks like Bill just lost it. That's terrible.
That's crazy.
He was running.
Well, 75 or 70 laps on your tires at that point coming off. You're lucky you hadn't done it earlier with the right sides being ate up like that. Eric Wolf across the start-finish line. He's out in front of Chris Lucky. I think Mike Springer's going to be third, followed by Richard Lucky. Richard Lucky in the top 4 now. Thomas Harmon rounds out the top 5. Your pick, or your buddy, Taylor Butcher-Benjamin, currently in 6th. Matt Burgess 7th. Ben Izinga 8th. Mike Lemon 9th. And Bill Edwards is still being shown in 10th place, but I'm sure my timing screen is messed up. I think
this will
Berry.
Be interesting to watch. Let's see who picks the outside line. If Chris Lucky picks that out and doesn't have to move to the inside line, he may have the preferred line. He may do.
Well, Eric Wolf, it's still his decision, so he is our leader. I'm not sure if I don't know. I don't know here at this track if I'd pull that with a green-white checker. Of course, now we have noticed that the way the 36 done it, he was trying to get all the track. He started at the bottom, crossed before the start-finish line, and then redid it again and didn't cross the start-finish line, but still made the same move from the inside. Maybe your thinking is right. Start from the outside, don't have to bind your car up like that, and just stay in it. You get the jump anyway.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to arc it into turn 1 that way.
So we are now with our first attempt at a green-white checker, working yellow number 5 here at the International Speedway for Dynasty Racing League's Grand National Series. The lights are out, and we will be set to go green flag racing. 1 attempt this time by the green-white checker. We do get 3 attempts here, ladies and gentlemen.
And Eric Wolf's taking the inside.
If we get to the white flag and they make it across the leader, and we have no yellow brought out, that race will end right there. But the leader has to make it to the white flag with no yellow to end this race. So we need at least one good solid lap with no yellow. Green flag is out. Eric Wolf makes that arc. Oh, Izinga, he's loose. He's around. Yellow flag is out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And Izinga looked like he just lost it all on his own. I don't think he had any help.
And Richard Lucky just about got dumped too.
He actually, he's going to cut down across right here.
Or check that. Mike Springer almost got dumped by Chris Lucky.
Now, how did he do that? I mean, he just, I don't know if he cuts it too hard or what, but he cuts down right here, and it just turns around on him in the straightaway more or less as he's entering the turn. And your boy Taylor Butcher Benjamin gets involved in that as well. That's unfortunate for Mr. Benjamin, but we do get one more. We got one more attempt now, ladies and gentlemen, at a green-white checker. Nobody's going to come down pit road. If you do, you're a fool.
Oh, Butcher Benjamin just got caught by the rear end of Izinga's car.
Wasn't much he could do about it, though. He was trying to get on the binders and out of the way. That looked really weird. I don't understand how Izinga's car broke loose like that. Unless he just turned it really hard to get down behind the 67 of Matt Burgess, and it just snapped on him. Because he was definitely coming from the top of the track down to the bottom. I don't know if it actually broke loose on him as he made that move. Well, Mike Springer, currently second. He gained a position there over Chris Lucky on that restart. Harmon maintains his fourth, and Richard Lucky's in his fifth. So, not much of a change there on that restart. But you got to wonder, now that Chris Lucky is right in behind Eric Wolf, if he's going to be able to make that move and make it work.
Yeah, you got to wonder if it was just cold tires that caused that.
Cold tires spun them. Never know.
Just not ready to make that aggressive cut. You know, like you said, he cut down hard to get underneath somebody, and the tires just weren't warm enough to handle.
Well, the lights should be going out this time by.
Because I went back and checked it, and Izinga took 4 tires, so he has 4, had 4 fresh tires underneath.
And it looks like why is he in front of the leaders?
I think he's got to take a wave around.
Yeah, he is getting back on the lead lap. That's what he's doing. And he was going to be at the back of the pack anyway. So this will put him back on the lead lap as he gets his wave around. So he was going to get an EOL regardless. So he can actually gain his position and be, at the back of the pack as well. He's not going to. He has a chance to do battle with James Lindahl and Dustin Musial now to gain a couple of positions. But I didn't think he was a lap down when that started. He was in 8th place, wasn't he?
I think so.
So it's currently showing him in 15th place. Now he's got to slow down and let the leaders pass. There we go. Now he's letting the field by. All right. Race control will get this thing situated. They're doubling up. We're set for our second attempt at a green-white checker. We have one more attempt after this. If this doesn't work, when they restart this next time, if we get another green white checker, that will be the race regardless. We have yet to see it take all three this year, have we?
No, we have not.
So let's hope Phoenix is not going to be the case. Let's hope they can get this done. As the lights are out, they're doubled up. The pace car is set to go in green. Here we go. Mike Springer to the inside of Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf does take the outside this time, which holds Chris Lucky up. Probably was not a bad move by Eric Wolf's thinking there. All Wolf has to do is make it to the start-finish line, get that white flag, and this race will be over without a yellow. And I think we're going to get it. This race is officially final. No matter what happens now.
I don't think anybody's going to catch him, Dave. I think this is
I don't think so either. I think we're going to jump back here to the 99 where we got a big mess back here. Harmon makes the move around the 99. It looks like Richard Lucky's going to make the move on the inside of his brother Chris. Chris, after being in the lead and here all night long in second place, is actually going to come home fifth. Unbelievable. So unofficial results is going to be Eric Wolf, Thomas Harmon, and Richard Springer.
Do you remember qualifying?
Nope.
Thomas Harmon parked it at the start-finish line, started shotgun on this field.
You know, he did that last week too, and almost pulled it off.
He's making a habit of doing that, isn't he?
And he almost pulls it off. So let's see if we can't get Mike Springer up in here in just a second. He's currently watching Eric Wolf do his burnouts and everything, getting his donuts in, saluting the fans. Started this race first. Started at second. He's going to come home first. So Eric Wolf, not a bad job here tonight. Let's see if we can't find the 99 driver of Mike Springer and get him up in this control booth. Mike Springer is in Dunn's Functional Patriots, so we'll move him up. Mr. Springer, you got a copy, my man.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
It's going. How about yourself?
Pretty good. I don't like Phoenix that much, so top three, I'll take it. I wanted second, but Thomas made a great pass, and that was it.
Well, for somebody that don't like it, you started this race 16th, you come home third. Walk us through it, my man.
Oh, yeah, I started in the back on purpose. I knew there'd be shenanigans at the beginning. Phoenix usually gets blocked when there's wrecks, so... but after about 10, 12 laps, I was in the top 10 just because of it. So just raced it out from there. Eric and Chris were class of the field. I was pretty good in third. Thomas was quick. And, yeah, I just kind of rode there and tried to save the tires. But I don't have this place figured out. So we'll see what happens. I'm really happy with the top five, to be honest.
75, almost 75 lap run. We were discussing whether or not y'all could do it.
Oh yeah, we wanted to go green. I wanted it to go green. Obviously, I finished in the same spot if it did. But my tires were in the 40% range at that long run, and some guys were in the 50s and 60s. So I definitely abused them a little bit more.
Fuel run. What was the fuel run here tonight that you could make?
I was good to go by I had a gallon of fuel left, and I didn't fill up the last caution, so I guess I could have gone about almost 90 or 85, 90.
Wow, we were not thinking that. We were thinking more like 55 and 60 laps.
Well, I don't know. What was that last run? The long
75.
Run?
75 laps.
I had at least 10 more laps in my tank, so I could have gone 85, I think.
Well, that would have done it.
I was letting off a little earlier, and Eric said he couldn't make it, and myself and Taylor could.
Wow.
So...
And, you know, funny thing is, we noticed Eric Wolf's car sounded like it was spitting and sputting, so we'll have to find out what's going on with there.
I think he took fuel on the last pit stop, and I didn't have to, so that was the difference. But he was quick. I mean, him and Chris were gone.
Right. Falsenau, what do we got for him, man?
Nothing. Just a very impressive run, Mike. I mean, for somebody that doesn't like this place, hats off to you, man, because that was fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, I hate turn 1 here. It's one of my least favorite turns in iRacing. I don't get it. The B car Phoenix not my thing, but we'll get them next time. Thanks for the compliments. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, if you keep finishing races like this, maybe you can get a sponsor to put some paint on that car.
Oh no, man, it looks awesome. Black and white, just kind of no logos on it, nice and clean.
I hear you. Well, good luck with that.
I like it. I like it, Mike.
I'm gonna paint something when I get some time here. I'll paint something. I usually wait for something that pops in my head that's kind of comical, and then I throw it on the car.
10-4. Well, congratulations on your top 3 finish, starting 16th. Shout-outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Oh, thanks to you guys for broadcasting Dynasty Racing League, all the other drivers, Dysfunctional Racing, all the guys in chat. You know, we just have a good time with this. Honestly, I look forward every Monday. You know, get off work, start the week off with a race. So, just a good way to kind of wind down or start the week off too. So it's fun. Thanks for doing it.
Well, it definitely give you something to talk about for the rest of the week to the boys at work, right?
I work alone actually, so if I mess up, I'm just kind of, mad at myself. If I don't, it's just a good week. So,
well, so
yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I got you.
You work alone, and I drink alone, all by myself. But anyway, congratulations on your top 3 finish here tonight, Mike, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Actually, I'm taking a week off, and I'll see you guys in 2.
Okay. Well,
congrats, Mike.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You know, I did not even think about doing that earlier tonight, and ATVO is definitely locked up for me. So let me put Mike Springer. I don't want to move myself. Let me move him back into Dysfunctional Patriots, and then we'll get. Oh, he's already
Mr.
gone.
Harmon.
Yeah, he's gone. Let me see if I can find Thomas Harmon now. And I think Harmon is he's in S2R. So let's move him up into the broadcast booth. Mr. Harmon, you got a copy, my man?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
Well, I'm still experiencing some technical difficulties here, but let's see. What number are you? You're in the 99. So let's see if this actually transfers over. No, you're not. You are in the 68. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see if this actually works. Hey, look at that. We got you on the screen. Started this race. Excuse me. Dead last. You're making a habit of that. Didn't get a chance to pull it off from the leading the lap point of view, did you?
No, I got close. I think my best chance would have been that the caution we had before the long green flag run. Come off close to the leaders and ended up getting a speeding penalty by doing it. So I shot myself in the foot by doing that.
Well, still not a bad job, my man. You come in this race, you started 21st, you shotgunned the field, as Rod Fossenau calls it. You bring it home to a second place finish, man. Walk us through that.
Kind of an up and down day in the standings, but I got up to the front, sent myself in the back. But the biggest part that had me worried was that big wreck that we had early, and I was just praying that I didn't get involved in that. Thankfully, I managed to avoid everybody and all the cars and everything in the wall. But I didn't expect to get back up towards the front and get a P2 out of the deal. I was shocked it stuck at the 3 and 4 coming to 1 to go, because it was sliding through the entry, and it just suddenly grabbed, and when it grabbed, it took off and allowed me to get around Mike and Chris.
Well, I think something happened with your boy Izinga. He didn't grab for him. It just kept going around for him and brought out that second yellow for the green-white checkered. But still, you did an awesome job here tonight, coming home second. I'm not even sure where we're going next week, as ATVO is locked up on me. But you're going to be here next week?
Oh, yeah. I think if I call, we're going to Atlanta. Either Atlanta or Homestead. I'm pretty sure it's Atlanta, though.
All right.
But, yeah, I'll definitely...
Well, I think Homestead is going to be the last race of the season, isn't it not? Let me take a quick look. I got it posted here.
We are definitely going to Hotlanta next week.
Oh, boy. It's going to be some fast racing there. Well, where's your fearless leader at?
If I recall, if I understood Bill correctly, he had a funeral to attend tonight,
Oh
so
no,
he wouldn't be able to make.
that I did not want to hear. I hate that. Uh, hate hearing about anybody passing away. But thoughts and prayers will be with him then, if it was a friend or family member. Shout outs,
Yeah,
man.
condolences out to his guards and his and whomever he may be. Condole con.
Right. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Start out with a shout out to Ryan. It's unfortunate he couldn't make it tonight, and the circumstances definitely didn't help. Shout out to the rest of the S2R guys. Make racing fun, compete with each other. All you guys up in the booth for broadcasting it to the fans. The fans for watching, all the DRL admins, all the competitors. Al for being on the side of the car, and my spotter Dimitri.
10-4. Congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you back here next week at Atlanta, and the following week is actually going to be Miami. So,
Tell you what, Tom. Just one last thing. How's it feel to be our new points leader after 4?
Am I really?
Coming out of this week, you will be our new points leader.
Didn't expect that, considering I shot myself in the foot 2 other weeks.
well, you can hop along all you can in the points lead. Just get you a win up in there, my man, and get locked into into the championship.
Oh, definitely looking forward to Bristol, Dover, and Iowa for those.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there, man. Congratulations on your win, and we will see you back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Congrats, Tom.
Okay, now we're going to drop him back down into S2R. If I can figure out where I'm even at. And then we'll grab Eric Wolf for his interview. Eric Wolf is currently riding in the Dysfunctional Patriot channel, so... well, I didn't move Thomas Harmon for some reason. Eric Wolf, my man, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you started this race currently second. You come home first. You were my pick for the night. Walk us through your race, man.
Yeah, I was able to keep it clean the whole time, maintain pretty decent track position through the different short pitting and whatnot. I took 2 tires. I tried it in practice and knew that I wasn't going to lose much time. And with those 4-lap stints, I was able to take 2 tires. And that was really what won me the race, to be honest with you. Getting that track position on Richard Lucky, he was just super fast. I think we were basically equal. If I'd have been in his dirty air, I probably would have been 1.6 seconds behind him too. It was so close. Track position was key, and that was really. I don't win these things on a strategy very often. Normally, I blow it there, but finally, it worked out in my favor this time.
Well, we were talking about 2 tires earlier on in this race. Now, you're not telling me that you ran 75 laps on a fuel and then come down and took 2 laps or 2 tires. You're not telling me you did that, right?
I am not telling you I did that. That's correct. That was earlier on in the
Okay.
race when we were having those quick cautions. You had to take 4 there after all those laps, or you'd have been.
Okay.
You'd
I
have
was
caused
just
another wreck. It'd have been 2 green white checkers.
I was just wondering. I was like, man, no, he did not just say he took 2 tires after running 75 laps, because that would have been really crazy. But anyway, you did an awesome job here tonight. Again, like I said, you were my pick for tonight's win, so congratulations on that. I might win $5 later on, but you did an awesome job. Ron, you got anything for this man?
I just want to say congrats to being our first 2 race winner. You got 2 of them under your belt now.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I've been fortunate so far. I haven't been caught up in any real messes, so yeah, I need to do a better job still of not putting myself in position. I think of last week where I thought I was given enough room, but just didn't stay down low enough and ended up getting hooked. So yeah, there's still some improvement I need to do to make sure I'm racing these guys as clean as can be. But overall, yeah, I can't complain about this 3 races.
Yeah, I think you're probably the odds-on favorite at this point to break that S2R stranglehold at the top of the.
Those guys, they'll be back next week. They're super competitive, so you can never count them out. It'll be a battle all season long to try to fight for positions in the top 5 for sure.
Right. Well, Eric, shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys there for putting on the broadcast as usual. You do a great job. It makes it a lot of fun. JP for taking the time to run this league. Also, want to thank, I didn't get to do this my first time, but my DPR teammates, Mike Springer, Chris James, he wasn't here tonight, but Taylor Butcher Benjamin also, Richard Springer. Those guys give really, really valuable information throughout the races that really help make the whole team better. So big thank you to them. I'm talking good racing information that makes me run better. So big thanks to the team on that. That's all I have.
Well, that's probably not a bad deal if you can get a team that will give you a lot of information and help you out through this championship bid that you're going for, as you are definitely locked in. 2 wins, going to give you some extra bonus points when it comes to the end of this run if you can get all 80% of your races in here. Eric Wolf, we look forward to seeing you making it into the championship playoffs this season. With that being said, my man, good luck, and we will see you back here next week at Atlanta.
All right, sounds good, man. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Thanks, Ed. Congrats.
Thanks again. Bye.
All right, we'll pop him back down to the Dysfunctional Patriots. Again, ladies and gentlemen, not going to sugarcoat this. Not going to be able to bring up anything. I've tried to bring up credits. I don't even have a listing for our next race, our flyer, or anything. So be back here tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel for our truck race. We will be here again at Phoenix International Speedway. You can look forward to seeing me and Rod Fasanal riding around in the back.
Yeah, I heard that. That's the way my season's been going.
Yeah, that's the way mine's definitely going. So, and it's probably going to stay that way. Like I said, I'm not planning
I
on
hope
running.
mine doesn't stay that way, but it may.
Well, I'm not planning on running the full season anyway, so yeah, I don't look forward to. I might qualify, but if I do, I'm not going to spend a lot of time up in the top area. I don't know yet. I'm just thinking, I might do the same thing that Harmon did, just run around in the back like that, and just hope everything shakes out at the end, which is what I did last week, and come home with a top 15 finish. So not too bad for me, starting 31st or 32nd. So I can't complain there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our podcast. As I said, we are going to be back here tomorrow night for our truck series at 9 o'clock. The broadcast starts, and then we will be at Homestead or Miami the following week. So look forward to coming back and seeing us run these races here at Dynasty Racing League. I want to thank everybody that's a part of Dynasty Racing League that makes everything happen here. Our broadcasters, Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez, for the graphic and the technical work that they do here for our ATVO system. Of course, now we don't blame them for the graphics not working. That is all software. So with that being said, I want to thank JP for putting the league on. I want to thank most of all the drivers that show up here week in and week out to put on a show for you. And we want to thank y'all for coming out and watching these broadcasts, for clicking the bell, for getting notifications, for subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate that, and just want to give a great big shout out to y'all for coming here week in and week out and watching these races. Thank you so much. Rod, you got anything before I lock this thing out?
No, I think you put a bow on it pretty nice.
Well, it's not Christmas time, but we'll get her done anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.